Hello there, my beautiful friends. I really hope you can hear me properly. I have crafted something for you. I hope you appreciate it. It took a lot out of me. A lot of creative energy went into this. A lot of misery and pain, mostly from GIMP, which then I realized I didn't need to use at all because OBS worked just as well for what I wanted to do. Wonderful, wonderful, and typical. Well, hopefully my voice is properly healed from my long bout of COVID. I was particularly ill for the last few days, and I've had a wonderful time trying to get over it. I was able to avoid this, I was able to avoid the Wu flu for 3 whole years. Oh, for God's sake, can I not do this as a default setting? Like live reactions, live chat replay, details. Why is this not the default? Allow embedding. There we go. It's done. We're fine. We're all alive. So what I'm going to do today is fairly simple. It's not going to be an enormously long stream. It's definitely not going to be 6 hours. What is this devilry that I see? This devilry is, it's a PSA. It's a PSA, okay? Okay, it's about supporting ethically groomed Foxgirl products, all right? See this, you see this bag? Veterans of the stream, all, you know, from the last great adventure may remember this bag. I thought it was an excellent example of, well, what ethically sourced and ethically groomed Foxgirl products are like. Like when you have your Foxgirl, when you groom her, you save the fur and then you turn it into, you know, organic and wholesome products that remind you of her, even if she's away for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, it's all about the feeling. It's all about the feeling. I like the pillow better. Look, the pillow is one thing. The pillow is a thing, but you know, it depends. It depends how many tails she has as well. I mean, if she only has one, if your fox girl only has one tail, then you might have to settle for the pillow. But you know, if you've got more, then you know you can diversify. You've got enough mass to work with. You know, you can expand your horizons a bit into more practical accessories. I give it 3 months before it becomes worse than ridicule. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's be real here. It would take a lot longer than that. A lot longer than that to get as bad or worse than ridicule. Look, you know, it's like the fossilization process. No, it doesn't matter on what level you do it. There's just certain fundamental factors that are in play that prevent it from happening at faster than a certain rate. It's a pipeline. Also, just a second, let me just pop out chat. Pop out chat and then do this thing. Give me just 1 second, please. Well, more like a few seconds. I have a few stories to tell as well. I'll probably just talk and review a couple of things on the forum for about 30 minutes, and then if anybody wants to go on a call with me, then they're more than welcome. Yeah, there we go. Literally stalling and hoping Kirshi shows up again. Look, that woman is definitely still asleep. I don't know what her... That woman's sleep schedule terrifies me. But yes, we can switch over. We can switch over to the... No, actually, first, I want to tell you about something that happened to me today, which was... Are the only schedule in life is a stream? Absolutely. That is 100% accurate. That woman is ADHD personified. Like ADHD personified and boosted by the Prussian education system. She was actually talking to me last night about something that was... She went to a college for programming, and she was there for... I'm not sure how long, but I know she didn't just immediately flunk out or anything, but... She was like in a professional coding course for at least a certain length of time, and yet she comes to me and she asked me about website design, and I'm like, do you know this? Do you know that? And she's like, I don't even know basic HTML. And I'm like, how have you forgotten this? Well, I didn't say that explicitly, but then I went and asked my friend Alex, and he said to me, you don't understand that the American education system teaches you to very quickly and very efficiently memorize large amounts of information, then compartmentalize that information, and immediately and completely forget about it the moment it ceased to be relevant. No, I did not show how useless I was to her. I was entirely helpful and useful to her. Shut up. Really, HTML isn't a programming language. I would somewhat disagree with that. Well, not HTML. HTML isn't a programming language, no. But I mean, stuff that's HTML adjacent, like JavaScript and so on, that's very much programming. And I mean, like HTML is basically a kind of programming, just a very, very simple one. HTML is a markup language. Oh god, we've got the autists in chat again. I'm not sure why I'm surprised. Just 1 second while I... yeah. Yeah, so anyway, let me turn off chat for a second to keep from being distracted and tell you about this little story of mine. So for the past 3 days or so, I have been sleeping practically 19 hours a day to try and get over COVID as fast as possible. And last night was the first night where I felt like I was actually becoming a human being again, as opposed to some kind of horrifying walking slime entity. And I had a very nice shower, a really nice hot shower. It was lovely. You have no idea how cleansing and wonderful it is to have a good shower after being sick. It's the most marvelous feeling. So I do that right before I go to bed, and then I get into bed, and because my schedule has been completely messed up, I lie there for about 10 minutes, and then I realize I need to go to the bathroom, because I ate just a short while before going to bed, so... Again, my rhythms are a bit out of sync and everything. And so I get up, and I go back down to the bathroom, and now here's the thing. Also, I apologize, but my voice is still not healed, so I will occasionally just have to mute myself and cough or sneeze, as I'm going to do right now. 1 second. There we go. I've taken a drink as well. Right, so I get up, and it's like about 1:30 a.m. We have a lino floor. We also have a cat. This is a very old cat. It is also a very incontinent cat. And its litter box is about halfway between my bedroom and the bathroom. So I walk down, and I realize, far too late, the cat missed. I didn't. Now, fortunately, I didn't have any clothes on, so... Well, the damage was not quite as catastrophic as it could have been. Unfortunately, there was still enough water hot water left over from my shower for me to get back in the shower and clean myself off. So that was really fun. Unfortunately for the cat, he was out. He had been let out by my kind parents between the time of me going to bed and him missing the litter box. So I was unable to beat him violently to death for doing what he did. So that was fun. That was really fun. A wonderful way to spend my first day of relative health after 3 days of extreme discomfort from COVID. Me? I think that sums up my luck very effectively. It's like my friend's joke, the only time I ever rolled a natural 20 was when I was pushing a box across a floor. Don't ever play D&D with me. It's a very painful experience. Shouldn't hurt cats. No, kill yourself. Unironically. What was I gonna do? I'm sorry, I've got a forest of tabs open. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, I thought I was gonna go on a tiny bit of a nostalgia thing, because I came across this thing that rather amused me from the forum. It's yeah, from last November. Sundaria's first year anniversary stream. Look at all these. Look at all these faces. Oh wait, you can't do that. My mistake. Look at all these faces. Look at how innocent they all are. How long was this before Sundaria actually collapsed? Like I can't remember when Sundaria actually collapsed. But I don't think it was all that long after this. I think also Sundaria was like the very first English VTuber official organization too. Wasn't that one of their boasting points, one of their taglines? Man loves his RAM. What exactly are you referring to here? What are you implying? A sip of water? Ah, that's nice. They died in January this year. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, like, it was less than, yeah, less than 4 months. Like, Sundaria was where, like, Dizzy was. Was Dizzy an actual streamer for Sundaria, or was she just a manager? I think she was just a manager. I can't be certain. Oh yeah, this was also a little bit about this is the yeah, that's the GGGN sisters, I think it is. And I remember this bunch. Oh, no, I think that's that's Kiara. No, that's Kiara, my mistake. Oh yeah, I had this. Did I have this bookmarked as well? No, I didn't. Oh yeah, this was the famous. You know, I'm gonna say something very controversial. I actually prefer these designs to the ones they have in Hololive. I don't think those designs are bad, but I don't know. These designs were I like classic. Like I actually, it's kind of funny that that VTuber designs have gotten so over designed, so overly elaborate, so complicated that seeing something like this simple and this plain, it speaks to me on a level that like the hyper over designed stuff actually doesn't any longer. Uh, Stream Go-Go Nippon. I've never actually looked at it before. You played Go-Go Nippon unironically. No, I didn't. I have never played Go-Go Nippon ever. I remember the stream that Dizzy did with Sakana. YouTuber focused forum owner doesn't know. Look, you don't understand how my mind works. Trust me. The thing that I think also one of the things that people make a massive mistake about is thinking that the person that should be in charge of a project is the person who is most passionate about it and is the person who has all the time for it and is the person who can recite every little factoid and everything about it. I actually very strongly disagree, because what happens then is you just get an obsessive type who wants to micromanage everything. I do live with my parents. Look, in fairness, we actually live on a farm and we work on a farm together. So, I mean, it's not as if I live in my parents' basement or anything. And one of the main reasons I have not moved out is there's genuinely nowhere better that I could go. Is that right here where I live right now, I live in the countryside. I live a long way from, well, not a long way, like 5 or 6 kilometers town. I live in an excellent neighborhood. Like, people here are wonderful. The local community is excellent. It's all older people whose children have grown up and moved out. It's a mature, family values orientated culture. And it's just like, I could trade away all that for freedom. Yay! Freedom to live in a flat in the middle of town on my own. Like, no. I have more square feet here. I have an entire large shed to myself, which is fully insulated up to the standard of a regular house. I look at people who earn 6 times as much as me and the standard of living that they have compared to the standard of living that I have, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't trade it for anything. This is the best option for me at the moment by far, and it shocks me that people don't understand that, because I would rather have this and the level of freedom it affords me than any level of wage slavery and sticking to the grind. Imagine not wanting to live in the most prestigious 4-meter squared, £700 a month broom closet in Upper East London. Ugh. Yeah, Irish society is very individualistic. I respect it quite a lot. Give me a second. What? Scroll through my. Oh yeah, two tabs from our resident Thrang. First one is something that I'm surprised never got more attention, really. In that this was apparently Pipkin Pipper watches Shad base. Oh no, Shadiversity. My goodness, that was this is the problem. God damn it. At least I didn't say Shadman. Oh dear. It's the trouble. He has a absolutely terrible name, this man. I like him, but good grief, his name is terrible. Yeah, Pipkin wanted to stream with Shadiversity, and of course, let's place bets on if A, this will actually ever go anywhere, and B, how Fishman will inevitably fuck it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Fishman said no to this. I really don't understand it. Like, this is the only thing that I dislike about Sakana, is that he seems really reluctant to let Pippa do stuff like that. Honestly, in hindsight, I really don't think that anyone can complain that he didn't let Pippa stream with rackets. I'm hesitant and very annoyed I have to award the fishman the points there, but yeah, in hindsight, that might have been a good idea. But as for stuff like this, Shadbase is the one who went on the classic British pastime of stabbing a bum with a rusty rail. The swords guy, yeah, it is. He's the guy who is extremely autistic about swords. I've paid very little attention to the Camelot drama, honestly. And that's the thing. I really dislike paying attention to things like the Camelot stuff because it just creates like a toxic feedback loop. I know for an absolute fact that when he was bullying Kirschi and so on, well, not bullying, but trying to steal clout for her from her and everything and stir stuff up. Like he had people in the Discord, like funneling information back to him and so on, and he knew that she was like watching him to find out what he was saying and so on, and it's just you've got to ignore those kinds of things because any attention is good attention. And I completely disagree with the idea of, oh, I should watch them to figure out what they're saying about me, or oh, I should stay on top of the news. No, you know what they're going to say about you. Nothing good. It's that simple. They're going to twist anything that you say. They're going to twist anything that you do. And they are so stupid. And the kind of audience that they appeal to is so demented and deranged. There is no point engaging on it on any level. There's no point even defending yourself because the defense itself is what they want to see. It's an acknowledgement that they got to you. It is a literal case of don't feed the trolls, except they're not even trolls. Yeah, Yoshi is too zoomer to understand the basic principle of not feeding the sped. I mean, I don't blame her necessarily, and I can kind of understand it on a technical level, but it's just like, no, you've got the only time you should pay attention to these people is to figure out whether they could be a potential legitimate threat to you. And the moment you have established that no, they're not going to be, you should just completely forget about them. Make use of that special skill from the Prussian education system. Just consign them to that part of your memory that goes, yep, never going to need this any longer. Yeah. Oh, this. Speaking of, this was the next one that I really enjoyed from the Great Thrang. Hiding behind an anime rabbit avatar does not give you an excuse to spread far-right bigotry. A kawaii VTuber. Racism, anti-Semitism, Holocaust denial, and fascism. Urai 19 reference hetero. Comments are a gold mine. I guess even cute anime girls can be chuds. They are usually the chuds, would mean. Not all the time. At least the ones from Nichi-Sanji aren't. Oh man, this was before Enna made that mistake, wasn't it? uh uh by the way, for reference, and if anybody would like to call in or anything, go to the waiting room. I'll probably get about 20 much more I'd like to talk about. I've set up a secret, hidden, ultra special, and secure live channel so that I will just drag you into it if I decide to allow you to on my sacred and beautiful stream. That mistake. Geez, I've actually forgotten what Enna even said. It was something that Kyo, that stupid femboy who isn't black, but like pretends to be something. Like the blackest white guy ever. A KFC joke. Oh yeah, that's what I knew it had something to do with that. I'm just like, what? I I wish I could say what I want to say on YouTube, but I'm not going to. But I've known a few extremely based individuals of African descent, shall we say, and stuff they know they can get away with, and I'm really anybody who says that white privilege exists is lying. No, I want black privilege. Because good grief, what they get away with is unbelievable. I'm very jealous, unironically jealous. Where was I anyway? Oh yes, this is the spider cooking that first Leah did and then Pippa did. Oh guys, oh sorry, I'll move a bit closer. There. Is my audio a little bit better now? I should note that I'm moving around in my seat quite a lot. If you hear any strange noises, then that's the sound of my very old gaming chair creaking. Amir does not approve. Yeah, tell me if my probably the Discord noise filter thing. It's actually not a gaming chair. It's just a generic computer chair that I got from somewhere. It is literally over 15 years old, I think. Let me just tap back to stream health. Stream health is excellent, so it's not the live streaming thing that's causing me to cut out. My audio better now? Built-in noise reduction. I do have a I have a I have an OBS filter set up. I think that what happened was I was just sitting too far away from my microphone. Like my random gyrations just caused me to move too far away from the microphone for it to register my voice again. But yeah, now here is the thing. Get RTX voice if you have a NVIDIA card. I think I do have a NVIDIA card. I'll have to check. I think you said you had a 360. Yes, I do have a 360. I think I've used maybe 5% of my GPU's capacity at any one time. I got this GPU. Then I realized that all the games that I play are CPU heavy instead of GPU heavy. I was like, why on earth did I spend like €500 on a 360? Oh well, future proof, I guess. But I just wanted to focus on this. I want you to imagine for a second that you've agreed to do a very, very stupid challenge, like eating a tarantula alive. Now, you can buy a tarantula, okay. But here's the thing, maybe this is a male thing, all right? Now, please tell me if there are any, no, there's never going to be a woman in my audience, but let's be serious for a second. You've bought a spider and you're going to eat it. Are you just going to do it blind, or are you actually going to Google something along the lines of how to eat a zebra tarantula? I would do that, all right? And I would be like, what are the things that I should look out for when eating a zebra tarantula? Because both these women made themselves like seriously ill. Well, not seriously ill, but put themselves in a massive discomfort by not stripping off the hairs, first of all, because like these spiders have urticating hairs that they use that can actually cause really dangerous allergic reactions. Like that's how they're designed. They cause allergic reactions in predator animals that try and eat them so that they leave them alone. And yet both these stupid women decided to eat this stuff, and I am amazed that neither of them ended up in hospital. I mean, Pippa I can understand because Pippa is one with the mold and one with the ants. But I mean, Leah, I mean, no, actually, Leah's kind of. I mean, Leah has a good and well has a relationship with her mother. I would have. I imagine someone eating spicy ramen with the wrapper on. Yeah, that's not a bad. Leah can't even make a cup of coffee. What has this world done to women? No, actually, no, I haven't talked about this on this stream before, but I remember I actually did an entire research paper once on why cooking in the United States stopped being a household something that women took pride in. It was her. I'm just going to take another drink. But yeah, it was the most soul-crushing corporate propaganda storyline I've ever read. But then I was like, yeah, women. My faith in the feminine in feminine ability has been considerably shattered by my exposure to VTubers. Mm. Well, no, it's not that fast. You see, the thing was that fast food. Let's go on a bit of a history lesson here. Like after the Second World War, during the Second World War, because of rationing, so on, there was a lot of what was called back then ersatz food or highly processed food. And people bought that, and it was technically popular in terms of the volume that sold. So companies were like, yeah, we should go all in on this because it's it's simple, it's easy to make, and we can sell it, and it's good. But then the moment the Second World War ended and rationing stopped, and there was no longer an economic real incentive to make processed food, and people almost universally went back to healthy food. Like, people rejected fast food and processed food on a huge scale. And companies actually spent years trying to figure out why this was. And then they figured out it was because every school had home economics courses. And women were taught to cook in school to a nearly professional level. And there were things like, baking competitions on national TV and all this kind of stuff. And so cooking culture in America was extremely strong, and women took pride in it. And so what the food companies all did is that they started taking out sponsorships for all of these programs and offering special prizes for things like pre-made bake mixes and so on. And so within like a couple of years, all the prizes for baking shows and so on were being given to pre-packaged food mixtures instead of original creations, because the companies had bought controlling shares in the had bought controlling sponsorships that allowed them to influence the programs. And then they started lobbying the US government. And I forget exactly what they did there, but they basically started infiltrating the home economics courses and changing the curriculums as well. And so within like another decade or two, I think by the 1970s or so, all of those courses had just been totally gutted. And they successfully managed to break the generational link between mother and daughter when it came to cooking. So the mother might cook, but the daughter just didn't. When they broke that link, they destroyed an entire culture, and it genuinely blackpilled me for quite some time. Like, researching that made me legitimately miserable for a long time, like a week straight. Because I just felt it would be like discovering evidence of the Holocaust or something just on that same level, and to realize that how much effort went into destroying something, destroying a culture that that was really well established and had a really strong set of women took pride in it. It was considered you know, it was considered something that every housewife, it was an honor to them, and that because husbands would give them money that they trusted to spend on good food and all this kind of stuff, and like I absolutely this bugs me a great deal that all the things that people consider empowering these days are things that are actually just chains and weights around their own necks or things that have been taken away from them. Blimey, this is just a really, really positive and upbeat and VTuber focused stream, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, like, going back to what I was saying about living with my parents, I live on a farm. I care for animals. I've got access to a massive shed full of woodworking equipment and all that kind of stuff. There's no way I'm trading that in for a 500 square foot apartment in the middle of town and like a job at the Irish equivalent of Walmart or something. No. You've got to appreciate what you have. And I find it so difficult to talk to people who have been brought up with none of that because there's no connection with can't make them understand what they've lost because they've gone without it for so long. They don't even like what they have now is the baseline. And it's amazing how people can lose freedoms, and yet after a while they still manage to convince themselves that they're free and they're better off this way. Okay, he's trad pilled faith restored. Yeah, pretty much, honestly. Oh. Yeah, my mother was a hippie. That's why. So she was a hippie in like the 60s and 70s. She got pretty pissed off that all got infiltrated by communists and then by drug cartels and so on. Like she was an OG kind of, you know, back to nature kind of person, but from the serious angle of we are literally losing the life skills that our previous generations used to have. And so we need to recover that and ditch these modern conveniences. But I mean, even back then, things were just falling to pieces. I cringe every time someone tells me they can't cook. Yeah, me too. I mean, I am not a brilliant cook, but I know how to cook. I know the basic principles behind it. I know that you turn on thing to heat it and it gets hot. There are some people that seem to struggle even with that. Yeah, it depresses me. It really does depress me. This is the thing. I used to think, like, before I really started watching VTubers, before I really started interacting with online streaming culture, I used to genuinely think that my autism had left me at a serious disadvantage in life, and my sheltered upbringing. Because I am a sheltered person, no doubt about it. I've always lived in the countryside. I've never had to seriously struggle for a great deal in my life. I've certainly never had neighbors that were drug addicts. I've never had crime in my neighborhood. Literally, the worst crime anybody has ever done in this entire valley is that some stupid band of teenagers once went up and down the valley and stuck fireworks in people's letterboxes. It's the worst thing that has ever happened in whole years here. That's how sheltered this area is. But I thought to myself until I exposed myself to people online a lot more that, wow, I feel as if everybody else around me has this wealth of experience and knowledge of living in the modern world that I simply cannot grasp and understand. And yet now I realize, good grief, I am so much more competent than the vast majority of bleating sheep that I'm surrounded by. That may come across as horribly arrogant, and believe me, I know that I'm bad in some aspects. There's some things I can't do, but I know the basics of how to do it. Like I know how to use Google to this infuriates me beyond words. How many times people have come to me and asked me questions, and I've been like, "Did you check Google?" And they're like, "No, I didn't." Go see what Google says. And they're like, I Googled it and I know now. I found out how to do it. Thanks. I'm like, you asked me this at 3 a.m. yesterday. I replied to you 8 hours later. It took you 8 hours to be given permission to Google the answer to the question that you asked me. What is wrong with you? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel a lot. And yeah, learned helplessness, definitely. That's one thing that I was never told to do. Always told, you know, don't be helpless, push your boundaries. Can't do something, you know, there's no shame in saying you can't do it. The shame comes from saying you won't do it. I think there's something else that was... Oh, almost wonder if normies would see Shoko-sen's wife skills as a turn-off given how backwards it... Hello, I have returned, I'm sorry. Kiss the microphone? Well, I can't refuse a request from my beloved Zenla. I can't wait to listen back on the recording. You know, I'm just going to go into my filters and change the noise, the gate. But actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it alone because I just realized I have only a vague idea of how this works. So I'm just going to try and stay close to the microphone. I hope you know you have a dedicated clipper of me. Like you want an army of Fujo Manhera women watching you. Now, I may like fox girls, but I never said I didn't want the Discord kittens. Now, did I? Can we get in? Thrang Googling in real time, how do I take down a TV, a virtual asylum? Sweet, is this the portion of the stream where everyone should strap their eardrums with a screwdriver? How to DDoS? Not having a cat boy farm. Hey, no, excuse me. Support ethically groomed fox girl products. It can say catboy products just as easily, you know. Actually, you know what? I think I can do this. 1 second. How do we do this? Actually, I need color. Properties. Select color. Let's make it black. That stand out better. There we go. That's perfect. I think we can all agree with that, can't we? Abandoned chat /thread/life. Proctor, just think about what Null would think about this stream. Don't forget you're here forever. You would think a few things. Honestly, I find Oh no, I don't blame Null for a lot of his feelings because I think that Null is just horribly traumatized by the worst aspects of the internet life, and yeah, I can't blame him for his attitudes in most respects. Like the reason I am the way that I am. Yeah, it's because I still feel a sense of humor about this kind of stuff because I haven't mired myself for decades in the realms of people that take it absolutely 100% seriously to a terrifying degree. Gersh would have told us all to kill ourselves, and I don't have a shred of doubt about it. I would totally collab with Null if he let me. I really have an immense amount of respect for Null. Like, I don't care if if Null hates VTubers. I don't care if Null thinks that all anime women should die or anything like that. I think that Null is definitely someone who had a formulative impact on the way that I viewed the impact. I would say the internet, sorry. Null and Louis Rossmann, I'd say, are the two most influential people in terms of people who influenced my outlook on how the internet should be and electronic stuff in so we say electronic culture in general. Yeah, he would want nothing to do with me. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Although I mean, hey, I was a Kiwi farmer in like from 2014 or so. I remember when Null was a hell of a lot more cringe than he is now. Trust me. Yeah, Louis Rossmann is a guy that I watch every day. Like, every time he makes a video, I watch him. He's one of the maybe 2 or 3 VTubers that not VTubers, YouTubers that I immediately watch whenever they bring out a new video. Also, what do you mean he's not German? He's Italian. I think he's half Italian, actually. Yeah, Louis Rossmann is half Italian. He's not German. But anyway, 9chan topic make yeah, but I mean, again, it's the Chan stuff. Louis cringed just now, and he doesn't know why. No, I'm not gonna go that. Oh, pardon me, goodness me. But yeah, I see a bunch of people in the waiting room. I don't know who joined first, so you know what? I'm gonna be nice. Pardon me. Yeah, my throat is definitely starting to wear out a bit, so I am gonna give somebody else a chance to speak. Just make sure my desktop audio is on. So I will bring in, I think this is, let's see. Hello.
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 Right, so first things first, I want to shout out some of prominent users of the forum. First of all, go strongest Sunlight for having a passion I would never have for Barge Woman. Another one. Slabbermat number 2. Frank.
No.
For his...
No, I have to put an end to this. No, I can't deal with this. No, Putin does not sponsor this stream. Putin does not sponsor this stream. I need to emphasize that.
He doesn't sponsor me either. Fucking, I want money. Anyway, Slabbernut number 2, Frank, for his excellent threads,
excuse me,
both on Kiwi Farms and here.
You watch Tumblr Umari, don't you?
Tumblr Umari?
Oh yeah, that's my nickname. Sorry, Tomoe, or is it?
No.
You pronounce the E.
No.
The horse.
Yeah, no. No, I don't watch her.
Oh, okay. So who are you on the forum again?
I don't know. Dazzle maybe, huh?
Oh no.
Anyway, also, what did I want to shout out? I also wanted to shout out someone else. Yeah, empty inbox, because all of them should have been here, but they aren't. Empty box is great. I love him. Every single time he does thread recaps, it's every single time I don't have to read 50 fucking pages of Vishojo fucking molding.
Yeah, yeah. I think that empty inbox. You need people. You need the terminal autists. See, this is the thing. People don't understand. You shouldn't have a terminal autist running somewhere. That's a bad idea. You should have somebody like me, a glorious tyrant who runs the place, but who hires
Yeah, sure.
the terminal autists. You need to focus the autism.
You sound too fruity to be a tyrant.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're not getting any ASMR requests. I'm telling you that much.
I don't need them. I don't want to hear an Irish person do an ASMR of picora pasta.
Are you sure you don't want me to, shall we say,
No.
play on the old harp strings?
I mean, you could lick a mic. That'll be funny. That'll be content.
No, I'm not gonna be doing that. Mostly because
why not? Why not? Do it. No balls. No balls. No balls. No balls. Irish people. Let's always
want to short it out. Thank you.
You fucking first. Alright, so you leprechaun.
I am not a leprechaun. I really wish I could really do with a pot of gold right now.
Yeah, well, you're not leprechaun, but you're still short.
How do you know that I'm short, exactly? What? Have you been stalking me?
I mean, I'm Russian. I stalk everyone. I know.
Well, yeah. I mean, how's the election interference going? You know, is Trump going to win 2024?
I mean, yeah, why not?
I can't.
It'll be funny.
I'm actually talking to the botnet right now.
I mean, last time he was president, he reinstated like death sentences. Yes, that was funny.
I'm shocked there aren't like Russian state propaganda VTubers.
No, there are like Futakuchimana, for example. That's first.
He's a communist.
Well, for now, she's also a Russian shill, so you know. Maybe someone pays her too. I mean, she somehow gets money for all those covers, though. Like, put two and two together.
Why can't we have a single decent metal VTuber that's not also a total screaming idiot?
Yeah, because fucking metalists are like, you know, because metalists are fucking known for being level-headed people, you know.
Yeah, it's like every single like band, like during COVID too, every single band that like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, etc. were like, yeah, down with the system, fuck the man, etc. Like the moment COVID hit, they were all like, no, listen to the government, get your shot, get vaccinated, don't come to our concerts unless you're at least 72 different injections and have been personally kissed on the ass by Anthony Fauci himself.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's probably a strawman, but I never actually like listened to a single, you know, metalhead in my life. I'm sorry. Maybe Slipknot. Is Slipknot like metal?
I wouldn't know. I have not listened to Slipknot ever.
Anyway, about level-headedness. Yeah, I would love to imagine like Slipknot being in a library just reading books or something. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like they're not exactly normal people in the first place. Why do you expect metalists woman to be any like better?
Also, I recognize you now. The trouble is that I have terrible object permanence when it comes to people changing their avatars. So if somebody changes their avatars, then I'm like, who is this person? I don't recognize them.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. That's cool. What else?
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people waiting. So I think I might move on to somebody else.
All right, settle off.
Well, that was a thing. I wish to reiterate that I am not sponsored by Putin. I am not sponsored by any Russian state agency, but I will note that, you know, if they've got an offer, I'm an egalitarian kind of person. I'm willing to, I'm willing to bat for both sides. But anyway, let's move on to you. Hello.
Shit. Why do you have to put me after the Russian guy?
Look, it was just, I picked at random, all right?
Damn it, man. Now I just sound boring.
I'm so sorry that I can't, I can't, pick and prearrange call-ins with such precision as to properly create a sine wave of expectation for people.
Well, that just makes you a bad streamer.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've only been doing this for like 3 days. It hurts, man. All these expectations.
As your clipper, I am very disappointed in you.
I'll try and do better. I promise I can do better. Just give me a sec. Just give me a second chance, please.
No, I am not pro second chance.
Well, screw you then.
You would. Fucking Rick.
No, I wouldn't. I am very selective about people that I screw.
Yeah, sure. You went from, what, the Fox girl to Ragdoll? Those are two very different people. Very selective, huh?
Yeah.
But they're all very,
broken.
Yeah.
Well, they're
you know,
VTubers,
that's just what makes it, like,
Yeah, there's never been a profession in my life that I've looked at and thought, I meet every credential for being this profession except for the amount of mental illness.
Oh, well, I mean, that's you, not me. I definitely have a lot of screws loose. I mean, I simp for Korean menheta, so.
But who do you simp for?
I'm Crony's husband.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I'm also I gave Blue Shark his Uria's husband. I wasted $40 on this.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. I should bring
I mean,
back that stuff at some point. That made me so much money, and I felt really, really guilty afterwards.
Why?
Because I was like, no, this is morally wrong. This is not something that I should be endorsing. I should not be encouraging people to pay to mess with each other.
Oh, well, I mean...
And then my friend who is, my economist friend was like, it's their money. Why are you putting arbitrary barriers between them and spending it on you? Never feel guilty for taking an autist's money. Yep, I do. I'm not a nasty person.
Sure you are. You run a fucking VTuber forum. That makes you the nastiest person.
No, this is a public service. It's a public service. As I've said before, they closed down all the mental asylums, so I felt obligated to open one online.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And how's that working out for you?
Oh, it's working out pretty decently so far.
Has it? I actually don't know. I haven't really been keeping up too much with the threads.
Well, I mean, actually... We've got.
What?
I just realised that we're nearly at 1,400 members. Also, we just passed 200,000 messages. Good grief!
Oh, that is.
And think about that. About
We
how
certainly
much?
have-
Nearly 9,000 of them are reticules.
I mean, you got to give him credit. He's very dedicated.
Yeah. Very, very dedicated.
I only wish I could be as like him. Not really, but
9,610 are ridiculed. God. Unironically, a monopoly on autistic anime women discussion. I wouldn't say it's a monopoly. Like, there's still, like, VT and PCG and all that kind of nonsense. And they can stay in their hole. I do not want to compete with that particular audience.
What? I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't browse VT that much, and I do not intend to because
I never go at those places. I never look at those places. I'm just like, no, I want to still have some level of faith in humanity.
Oh, well, I lost it a long time ago. I sometimes go there, like the crony thread, and I mean, it's either it's either someone crying about crony not being on, or a bunch of other nonsense that I can't even name off the top of my head.
Yeah, sounds average. Average image board stuff.
What else was it? It was, I forgot what they call it. No, it's not. Was it Cheebs? I don't even know. It was some weird ass images that I cannot even begin to describe because, oh god. Sorry, I'm also off of like 4 meds right now.
Oh.
U.S. healthcare system is very, very much a pill pushing kind of thing.
At least you can get pills.
I mean, yeah, but there's very easily abusable. I mean, come on, I got Adderall. I got mostly
You got the
Adderall.
good stuff. Can you send some of that to me?
Hell no.
You have no idea how impossible it is to get any of that stuff over here. If I wanted to get a prescription for Adderall or anything similar to that, minimum 2-year waiting list.
Really?
That's not for a prescription. That's for an assessment that may lead to a prescription somewhere down the line.
I just got on a call with someone someday. I got signed some papers. They're like, all right, let's talk. And then I said, I have ADHD. And I'm like, okay, here you go. Bam. That's just how the U.S. healthcare system works. And I don't know how much I'm gonna have to pay for.
I am insanely jealous. I hear European people talk about how terrible and awful and dreadful the American healthcare system must be, and I am just like, wow, you have no idea what you're talking about. I would kill to have American healthcare.
I mean, it is nice, yeah. And, I mean, I dare say it's a little too much because I have like 5-6 different meds, and like I only take like 2 or 3 of them at a time. Like, let's see. I have an extended release and an instant release Adderall things. And I am currently on 50 milligrams for the extended, and there's 10 milligrams for the instant. I am fucked up off of it, let's just say.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But hey,
I'm not surprised.
But I mean, in the end, it does help with the ADHD thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've always had to deal with my ADHD, which is I've only recently started to realize just how much of a handicap it actually is in my life. But yeah, that's what, if I had my way, if I could, I would just get Adderall instant release or something similar to that I could take and know that I'd have like a few hours of reliable concentration and then have it out of my system by the time I'm going to bed. Because the people that take it all day, every day, are the people that I've learned are, yeah, I really hope they never miss a dose, because they're not going to have fun.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I definitely don't. I'm definitely not one of those people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a judgmental soul, so.
I mean, if I miss one, I don't feel anything. I think the only thing I ever really felt the withdrawal effects of was what was it? Zoloft. I didn't even notice it until 2 months later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can be nice. I remember I'm on something right now. I think it's called Stratera or something. And I went on it because it's the only thing that apparently is useful for ADHD. But it can be prescribed by a physician as opposed to a registered psychiatrist. And I went online after about 2 or 3 months of taking it and reading about it, and people were like saying, this was the most horrifying drug I ever took. I used to lie awake for 8 hours a night, fighting the demons inside my head that were telling me to kill myself. And I was like, mate, I take this and it makes me feel mildly euphoric for about half an hour and then makes me feel a little bit more focused for about 4 or 5. What the hell are you talking about?
They always say meds just affect people very differently.
Yeah.
Like,
it's bizarre to me. Like the stuff that I was reading, people were saying like they were violently suicidal, they became paranoid, they started hearing voices, like all this kind of nonsense. And I deliberately didn't read any of this beforehand because I'm a pretty psychosomatic person. I'm very much susceptible to the placebo effect. But afterwards, I just like, what the hell? What is wrong with people? Because I feel like most people are so messed up. They take a drug for something, but it's like it affects so much else in their bodies at the same time.
sometimes you just gotta take the bad with the good sometimes. But I mean, it really depends on how bad this one thing is and if you're willing to sacrifice it or sacrifice some other stuff just to make that thing bearable.
Yeah.
If that made sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I understand it, and I would never look down on somebody for taking medication. But I mean, I think as you acknowledged yourself, that we live in a society where medication is prescribed as the first solution for pretty much everything.
Yeah, I think after a time, because I've had these meds since like April this year, and I think after a time it becomes less of a solution and more of like a supplement. Like it'll help a lot in the beginning, but then it like kind of it kind of like the effect lessens after a time, and you gotta like really actually put an effort on your own. Like I remember when I first took Adderall, I was like even like instant release once. I was super focused, and at one point I almost had a goddamn heart attack. I felt like.
Well, yeah, it does affect your heart rate and everything as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I also made the grand mistake multiple times of taking extended release like 6 hours into the day.
Yeah, and then, that's not a good idea.
And then yeah, let's just say I stayed up for another 24 hours after that. And I dare say the meds is what kicked off the Korean simp arc of my life. I swear to you, before all this, I was just a depressed loner who just like didn't want anything to do with simping anymore. And then meds, I was like, oh, let's fucking save some women, guys.
The meds help me to remember there are women that need saving.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, I remember Blue Shark showed me like the tweets of like those old tweets from way back when, and I was like, shit, I can save this woman.
The meds saved
And I was
me, so I can save you.
definitely. And I mean, yeah, I can save her. Well, I could have, but let's just say I fucked that up. I got to restart. I mean, that's why I'm like, I even went on here on this account. That's why I'm playing I'm talking with the Cypher account. Because I'm like, well, this account's fucked. I made a lot of stupid decisions this last month. And, I mean, that's just a shame because that's like 2 years down the drain now.
Yeah, 2 years isn't very long in the grand scheme of things.
Says you. That's the most dedication I've ever put into something in a long time.
Yeah, fair. I can understand that. But I'm afraid that we do have several more people waiting to come on, so I think I will transfer to somebody else now.
Damn. All right. Also, one more thing.
Yeah?
Fuck you, Blue Shark.
Okay. Oh, good. There we go. Oh, good. He left by himself. Okay. Who do we put in next? Also, actually, I'm just gonna take a break for just a few seconds to go to the bathroom. But before I go, I want to announce to the stream that according to the screaming gremlins that are in the live stream thread on the forum, people should introduce themselves rather than just starting to talk. So the next person who joins will need at least a 15-second intro. I expect at least some level of performance in it. Otherwise, I shall have to eject them immediately and brand them a heretic forever from this moment forward. So I'm going to go to the bathroom, and you can all practice on your routine. I'll be back. I have returned. Well then, I hope that you have all got stuff prepared for me. If you haven't, I will be very disappointed. I'll be very upset with you. You have to understand, I put in a lot of effort for you. We'll need to put in effort as well. I am tired of carrying this community on my back. It is your turn to step up and show me that you have the skills to be part of my experience. Okay, Faceless Waifu, you're up.
Uh, okay, hello. Hello, my name is Faceless Waifu. I'm that guy who keep posting pictures of cosplayers with a gun.
Hello, it's another, I'm not going to say Russian, but that is definitely an Eastern European accent.
No, you're wrong.
Really? Okay.
Asia. So it is Asia.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm British. I only
Okay.
recognize two forms of accent: English and foreign.
Also, okay, to begin with, I want to say congratulations for the first anniversary of your forum. It's pretty great being part of it and, from the start to right now today. So, yeah, congratulations for your forum.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's like a very useful utility for me to like share some of the informations. Like, I know that some people from my friends are actually like into this past life stuff, so it's useful at least. Also with the Nolan stuff, yes. Uh, yeah. So yes, I'm primarily just use your forum as the way to talk about Niji Sanji stuff, hoping that people actually post more. But I kind of get overwhelmed.
We have found the pariah, people. We know his location. The deaths,
Yeah.
the anti Niji Sanji death squad is on its way.
I'm yeah.
Sorry,
But
suffer not the Niji to live.
But it's okay though. I mean, at least there are some Niji posts in the threads anyway, so it's fine. I've been trying to get posts as well, but I don't really follow them anymore, so it's kind of hard. But at least it's there. It's there some efforts, I guess. At least it doesn't go like the way that guy from before trying to do with you anyway. The whole, what was it again? DMing you for Niji things that you explained like last stream.
Oh yeah, the guy that wanted me to censor people for being mean to him when he went into the thread and yelled at them for not liking Niji Sanji.
Yeah. At least we don't go that far yet. Not yet. At least we've been trying. Sorry. Also, I want to ask you something because it's kind of a bit curious to me. But in the UK, at least, do they have like conventions or something like that that have like pretty big cosplay scenes and that, or something like that? I'm kind of curious.
I do not live in the UK, but there are definitely conventions there, pretty large conventions. I would not know anything beyond the fact they exist, though, I'm afraid. Maybe if COVID hadn't been a thing for the last 3 years, I might have been to a couple, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really curious because I know that I'm only went to like my local area, and I only see that they say I kind of hoping that maybe but it's okay.
Your
I
photography
wonder,
stuff is really good. I like
honestly,
it.
I mean, it just only be using a phone. I just like doing it for fun. Funsies, really. I mean, I think I do share it on my social media, but it depends on whether I actually remember or not. And I kind of like looking for not just VTubers. I'd also look for like any sort of good cosplays, on that. But that this is a VTuber forum, so I have to post VTuber stuff, and yeah, people likes it, so it's okay. And yeah, it's a good thing too that I've been trying to like asking around, see if the cosplayers are actually just like actually likes watching the VTuber that they cosplay as, or just like, oh, I just know this from this fan art, or I just know this cosplay, I want to cosplay as that, something like that. Sometimes I found them, sometimes no. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
cosplay
can
as
tell.
cosplay as a hobby is not something I've ever gotten into, but I do respect people that can pull it off really well.
Yeah, there are people who manage to do it very well. Sometimes they do like have their own flair of things, but most of the time I just only see like there are good ones, but there are also like average to not really good ones, but at least they're not fully bad. There are some efforts at least. And just like one of the chats says, yeah, a lot of the cosplayers are cute, but sometimes you do find some people that is like, oh yeah, you found them cute, but then you realize, oh no, it's a dude, it's a fanboy. Oh no.
I wasn't going to mention the femboys. I'm glad somebody else
It's
did.
I mean, I mean, at least in my in my place, at least it's actually like a bit common. Like that there's like some dudes right there, like at least they are actual femboys. But then there's also people who just like doesn't care and just wear their cosplaying as their Oshi because they want to be like them or something like that. Yeah, I do notice that, but sometimes they are femboys who just like, they looks good enough. They get closer and it's like, oh, it's a guy. Oh well, take pictures anyway. But most of the time is always like girls, women, so it's all fine and dandy. I'm just only doing it as a hobby, but at least it's a fun one because at least I get to touch grass, socialize, not staring at the computer all day.
Yeah, fair. I mean, first time I went to abroad on my own was to attend a convention, so no, I think that's a perfectly valid outlet. It was a very long time ago now.
It's
simpler days.
I do kind of wish that I could just like take a break, but sometimes kind of like this fear of missing out. So sometimes it's kind of I want to take a break, but I wonder if the cosplayer I follow want to cosplay is this and that. So it's kind of like trying to balance it out, I guess. But at least if I do come in, I do enjoy it, or manage to find something good and realize, oh yeah, I come here, I managed to get what I want, I get something new from there too. That's a good feeling. But if I didn't get anything, that's fine too.
Have you got many conventions planned for not the rest of this year because it's only 2 or 3 months, but like for the next 6 months or so?
I mean, if it was like actual convention, there's like two that I want to went to. There's like the really big one, a big one, mostly because it's like the biggest. There's where like the biggest concentration of all the Southeast Asia's weebs in there, and there's gonna be more cosplays or other good stuff happening, like dramas, local dramas, everything, etc. So I just wanted to check in if I don't get anything, like get cosplays or anything like that. But there's also like small events, like like weeb meetups in malls or something like that. So like there's if there's cosplays, I'll try to get to there as best as I can. Anyway, it's not fear of missing out thing that I mentioned before. Really don't want to miss it out, but at the same time, kind of sucks.
Yeah, don't push yourself. Don't stress yourself out over it. I mean, you might miss something, but there's always going to be another one.
I mean, I already plan anyway because there's this like law that has been recently enacted for like this temporary law. The country is having like elections, and they're kind of like wanting to increase the security a bit. I cannot give guns to cosplayers at least until next year, starting like next month. So like, no, I
Okay.
cannot my hobby anymore. But I mean, I don't really mind. But that means that I do cosplays too. So just kind of like I don't really want to do that. Fine, I guess just having just might as well just go take photo or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much just my complaints here. But there's situations like that. At least for like this weekend, I will go to to another cosplay event like Saturday and Sunday. I'll try to see if there's like any good VTuber cosplay that I can take photos of. I actually want to see if there's uh I have seen Whole Life and Nijisanji, but I want to see if there's like more to rare ones, not just Nijisanji ENs or Whole Life GPs. I have been trying to find if there are people who actually cosplay as Ronnie. No one has ever.
Really? Well, I suppose her full costume is a little bit difficult because that absurd thing in her hair, but
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't. Yeah. The thing is that most of the cosplayers in my country these days went with the rentals, so they really need to wait until that there's someone who actually make the costume, so that they can just like rent it for like several days for the event and then return it back. But that and also or just like buy any like pre-made ones. That's an option too. But that means that for like costume that is like really complicated, like say Crony or any complicated VTubers on DGE and Siste, it's kind of hard. But then you have like characters like DGENs, like the male ones, the Luxiums, the ones with Kyo in it, or the rest of the gen. They all very popular. People made their costumes, and just like there's cosplayers renting it, and then you have plenty of Vox running around. Plenty of Vox, plenty of Mista, plenty of Alban. Dear God, it's just like Genshin's all over again.
Genshin is something I have never gotten into, and I intend to steer well clear of. That is an autism tornado that.
Don't. Just don't. I
just
don't.
don't.
It's
Not even once.
Don't.
Do something more productive, like
No,
heroin.
no. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I was hoping that I can actually see Whole Life Advent cosplay, even though that they are complicated. But considering the popularity of the Fuawa and Mokoko, there's probably already people cosplaying in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you get so much out of it, honestly. Again, it's not something that I've ever really been into myself, but I'm really impressed by the amount of dedication that people have, and also I don't know, it takes a special kind of person to advertise themselves that way in that kind of gear and get up. It's never me. To me, clothes are something you wear to prevent people commenting about your nudity and to keep the elements off. I'm never going to be a cosplayer or anything like that.
Yeah. But at least there are people who doesn't give a shit and just go anyway. At least that they're having fun, they're doing what they like, then they're doing it. At least there's kind of like the attitude to it or something like that. You just enjoy what you want. Yeah.
Anyway, I am conscious there are still a fair number of people waiting, so I'm going to move on, if you don't mind.
Yeah, just one last thing.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I don't think Indonesian people really like Nene that much.
Pardon?
That's it. Sorry, let me repeat that. I don't think Indonesian people really like Momozun and Nene that much.
Oh no. That's gonna be fun, considering who I'm gonna bring on next.
Hey, that's what I see anyway. Not my own opinion. Anyway, thank you very much, Proctor.
Yeah, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you very much.
Take care.
Okay.
I hope your government allows you to oh, he's gone. Well, I hope your government allows you to hand guns to women again soon. All right. I want to do this. Really don't. Apparently Kirshi is awake, by the way. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Hello. You're live, NA. Swear if he's AFK, I'm gonna kill him. Excuse me, Nene love, you're live. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm going to move you back and I'll bring in, hello, Todd. Let's talk about Starfield, shall we?
I need to mute this stream so I can actually think. But hello, this is your favorite Todd Howard Skinwalker, now here live posting in autistic detail. 16 times the shit posts.
What brings you to my humble forum, oh mighty Todd? You come to deliver us the 673rd remaster of Skyrim this month?
Boy howdy, don't you know it. Once it's installed on your local copy of Starfield, it shall all come to fruition, and the grand plan will be complete. The summoning circle will be finalized, and Lord Visago will rule over the realms of Earth. But enough about my plans. But yes, otherwise, absolute extraordinary amounts of autism and too much free time.
Don't we all have too much free time at the moment?
Definitely been an experience getting to hear all of the other autistic man-children of the forum getting to pipe off. Haro, my unmedicated brother, get some help.
Yeah. I'm honestly astonished that people have been as good as they have been so far. I sincerely expected there to be at least one asshole who just came on to, like, swear or say rude words and then just leave.
I'm fighting the urge so hard you have no idea how much the demons inside are screaming.
Well, please don't. Please be nice. Nice to a poor, innocent British man as he just tries to run his stream in peace.
It wouldn't be the first time I've said gamer words on live streams.
It would be the last time you'd say them on my stream, put it that way.
Yeah, well, in defense, he was streaming on Mixer, so he deserved it.
Yeah, you know what? I'll forgive you for that one. Some things just need to be done for the greater good.
I'm doing you a service, fella. You better thank me later on when you're canceled for it. How dare you have that racist man on? He said a bad thing.
Well, I'm British. I'm automatically the most racist person in the room. Like
Probably.
Americans can only dream of being as racist as British people. Like Americans, I am disgusted by Americans claiming that they're racist or that what they did was anything compared to what the British did.
Yeah.
Like no, that is definitely cultural appropriation. Like, do not culturally appropriate British racism.
Yeah, I mean, at least Americans didn't colonize multiple other countries, take all this stuff, and then never use them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we slaughtered an entire nation of people because they wouldn't let our envoy sit on a sacred stool. That's how racist we were. You have to work hard to be that racist. That's something you don't just make up overnight. You don't appropriate that level of racism. You work at it. You earn it.
It's definitely a well-forged crown for the king of racism, but better have been a pretty good chair.
I'm not sure. I don't know what happened to the thing in the end. Colonizing takes too long. America just ravages and leaves. Yeah, I agree. Now you can't even walk on the street holding a butter knife. I hate England. I hate how far my country has fallen. So, is there anything in particular you wanted to discuss?
Nothing much comes to mind offhand. Just wanted to pop in, say hello, talk a bit of shit. Thank you for setting up this autistic wonderland where I can schizo post all day long.
How many posts do you even have on this forum by now?
I've no idea. I don't actively keep track of it because I don't wear it like a badge of honor like ridicule.
Your Todd's mistake, yeah. Only 1,250. Man, even I have more posts than that. Get on my level.
I would rather not, thanks. I'm good where I am. Down here in the dirt. Comfy and warm.
Surrounded by your copies of Skyrim.
Build a gleaming fortress of power out of all of the sold copies of Skyrim, reappropriated after it's all gone digital.
Yeah.
I shall amass all of the unsold PS3 copies and assemble them into the greatest Archimedes death laser known to man. And finally, my grand plan of revenge on Microsoft.
Then you'll choke to death on the mold growing inside your collection of returned power armor helmets from Fallout 76.
Why does this power armor helmet smell like a rabbit? Oh no!
Hey, Pippa debuted after Fallout 76, didn't she?
I don't know.
Maybe that's the dark lore. Maybe that's the dark lore. Maybe Pipkin Pippa was an amalgamation of the mold they scraped out of those helmets. It became sentient.
Would explain a lot.
Honestly, that's just something else we'd have to blame Todd Howard for. Right, anyway, I'm going to see if I can bring on the other Mexican.
The other Mexican? Wait.
Yes. So
How many Mexicans have there been?
Well, there's apparently Preposterous is a Mexican as well, by judging by their chat log.
Understandable. My condolences for the Amigo invasion.
All right, I will transfer them over.
Adios, senor.
Right. Hello.
Coming through all right?
Rather quiet.
I gotta turn to my mic is a bit of a piece of shit. Hello, is that better?
That is a lot better.
Why, hello. I guess introductions are obligatory now. I said Godzilla said he would enforce them through violence, so I don't want to risk it. I am that one Spurg ex-lurker known as Hoping for 100%. You know, that guy whose only claim to fame is doing the easiest task imaginable, which is dunking on Nolan. And yeah, that
I'm pretty
is.
sure he
I
was in the
reached.
stream. I'm pretty sure he was in the stream chat earlier, by the way.
Yeah, I think that might have been a fake. I'm not sure.
I'm reasonably certain that it's the real thing, actually.
Oh, well, that's fun to know.
Again, not 100%, but I'm reasonably certain. There was, oh dear. I'm going to mute myself for about 30 seconds. Keep talking, it's just there's going to be dogs barking in the background.
All right, sure thing. So I would like to offer a few shout outs. I was going to start with a shout out to Nenelove because he was the one who inspired me to actually post for the first time, because he proved that us ESLs Mexicans can actually be somewhat funny. But then he goes and pulls this shit with his mic. So I don't. The shame he has brought us it cannot be forgiven. And another shout out that I wanna give is to Reticule for reminding me that the Pippa thread is not to be trifled with, looked at, or interacted with in any way. All right, are you good?
Yes, I am. Sorry. It's just family's letting the
All
dogs
right.
out at the moment, and they usually are quite noisy.
Don't worry about it. All right. So, yeah, that is basically the extent of my introduction.
I see. Was there anything in particular you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I was thinking I had a couple questions prepared, just random bullshit, for the
Okay.
sake of the stream. Yeah. So, first question: what are your thoughts on the multicultural nature of the asylum? And by that, I'm mainly asking, what do you think of having so many Mexicans under your watch?
To be quite honest, before I ran the asylum, I was part of a history community, and I found all of the Europeans to be. I developed a searing and passionate hatred and genuine, sincere racism for modern Germans from being in that community. And I basically hated all of the Europeans for basically going, oh, well, at least we're better than America all the time. And then the Americans were just kind of the average, completely clueless, useless, and feckless products of the Prussian education system that I'd come to know and hate. But basically, everybody who was from South America actually seemed to have a brain between their heads, so I tended to much prefer their company to anybody else in the more mainstream stuff. So I don't really mind having a lot of people from continents outside the Western Hemisphere. I find that it's actually better because it seems like people... Well, somebody who has taken the time to learn English to the level of being proficient at it and able to communicate at least as well as a regular person in everyday conversation is going to take it a lot more seriously, for one thing. Proctor loves diversity. Yes, I like diversity. I hate stupidity. If diversity means less stupidity, then diversity is good.
Regretfully, it usually means the opposite, depending on where you get it from. But
Oh, I agree. It can go both ways.
yeah, but hey, you seem to have gotten pretty lucky when it comes to the asylum.
I do. I am very grateful for the community that I have. With a few tiny exceptions, I have completely enjoyed all the time that I've spent on this forum.
Yeah, that's good. And going back to your assertion of, the people you met in that group, I would say I can't really speak for the Europeans, but when it comes to the Americans and the South Americans, it sounds rather accurate. Americans are, because I was not born in America. I've actually been here not too long. I think about 5 years or so. And yeah, when people claim the Americans are useless and retarded, that is about as accurate as it can get without writing a whole essay on how they are the downfall of the species. Just there is no saving this country. The Chud memes are actually somewhat realistic.
Yeah,
millions must die. Millions must die for this to get better.
Well, I won't.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly. I won't endorse that, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like running the asylum would actually push you more towards the nuclear option, but you know.
I don't know. People on the asylum, with a few minor exceptions, have generally been one of the most tolerable communities that I've dealt with on the internet.
That's good. I
I
mean,
was going to
you
talk
wouldn't.
about one of the exceptions, but I think actually I prefer staying on calls with people for the most part. I'll save it for the weekend.
Ooh, ooh, what a tease! Exciting.
Hmm.
Speaking of teasers, where is that? Where's that copy pasta ASMR? Come on, you gotta give the people what they want. You gotta give the people what they want, Proctor. I'm sorry.
I am not going to be doing any coffee pasta that involves excessive reference to sexual fluids or anything of that nature. I have some standards.
Okay, so you draw a hard line at kissing the mic at the request of another man. Got it.
If it causes him visceral terror and disgust, I will absolutely do it.
All right, then let's ride his blood pressure. Do it again.
No, it has to be more spontaneous than that. I have to be in the right mood.
Shame.
You can't you have to properly moderate the horror, all right? If it's like a jump scare thing. If you do it too often, then people just get used to it.
I see. So you're gonna keep it under your sleeve like a filter. Every now and then, just kiss the mic and see the
Yeah, keep
see
them
who
on their
remains.
toes. Keep them guessing.
Yeah. Okay, with that out of the way, okay, another question I had. So I remember from the last stream you mentioned then one of your first, if not your first VTuber experiences was a Pecora clip, right?
Yes.
Okay, so from that I'm assuming, you stuck with a holo until you found something, more suitable to your taste, and then we arrive to the grooming stage of your life. So I was wondering, have you ever, before or after the forum, stumbled into anything that made you think, fuck this hobby, this is not worth it. We are a doomed species.
Staple Girl?
Oh, yeah, that. I love how she's known as Staple Girl, even though that is not even close to the worst thing she did.
I don't want to know what else she did, okay? Staple-chan was... Asahara, seek urgent professional help.
I mean, I'll if I'm debating whether or not I should say what else she did, but
Please do not allow me to cherish my ignorance.
All right. Little baby Proctor must be protected. We must protect his mile.
Oh yeah, the fart ASMRist. That was a pretty. I've never heard anything they've ever produced. I never want to.
Oh. Once again, that's another one where the farts is the least bad thing that they've made. But it's always the most recognizable thing that is the tamest.
They said they were selling their model. Have they that was what I saw the last thing. That was like was it 2 months ago? Have they like reincarnated again since then, or have any more activity?
Someone else is gonna have to answer that question, because there was this guy back in the homeland who used to track her every move and revel in her suffering, and I haven't seen him since.
Yeah, that's a shame. I would really like to that woman really needs to have like a dedicated archivist for all the insane stuff she does.
Oh, Asahara, last you heard she was, yeah, that is kind of outdated. That was before the latest model, unless she did it again. Yeah, she was baiting, posting pictures of her injuries on VT. Well, supposedly her injuries on
Yeah, I think
VT.
I did see those. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was before this new model. I don't know if she did it again afterwards. Which her behavior is really cyclical. You know, classic lolcow. She does the same thing again and again. Not the first time she's selling her model. Not the first time she's baiting. It'll happen again. It's just a matter of time. Or maybe it's already happened and we just don't know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's one of those things that I just kind of notice every now and again, and I'm just amazed that Einstein's definition of insanity is so accurate.
Yeah, he got it perfect. Those I think are the best aged words anyone has ever said.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
This man just randomly. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, can somebody actually post me the a link to the KF thread that Chase made on Kuri Rinjin, I think? Because I looked for it and I couldn't find it, and but I'm terrible at finding things on the farms because it's so huge by now.
Yeah. But wait, what happened to Kuri Rinjin?
Somebody on the farms who is insane and stupid made a thread on him, and everybody has been collectively dunking on him. Ooh,
Oh, there
save
we
that
go.
for later. I might discuss that on the weekend as well. I'm curious about it. I'll have to use my old account for it. I generally just browse the farms as a guest now, but I'll have to log into my account again for that. But was there any other questions you had for me?
God, I had something else prepared, but I actually. Oh yeah, so that laugh was something you developed out of trauma, out of some particular event in your life, or were you just born that way, or you just made wrong?
I don't know. It just comes naturally to me.
Oh, so you were just made wrong. Got it.
Just made wrong. Off too much helium one day. Shut up. What?
Yeah, the helium never left his system. But I mean, I was hoping I could get that read of the copy pasta, but since
Sorry,
you know,
I have standards, astonishingly enough. Maybe if no, I'm not going to say that because she would.
but who?
Nothing. We're moving on. So I think that I'll bring in Nenilov now.
Yeah, sure thing. Hopefully he redeems himself. Fucking South American microphone.
Okay, we will see. Let us. Will he disappoint his kindred one more time, or shall we actually? Here we go.
Well, thank you for the setting all this stuff up, and thanks for the forum, man. It's been fun.
Of course, I'm very grateful that people are enjoying themselves.
Yeah, thanks for keeping the autism alive and well at a time where forced insanity is the only alternative. All right, take it easy.
Take care. Thank you. We are on, Nene Love.
Hello?
Oh my goodness.
You can hear me?
Just barely.
Oh, so I sound very far away.
You
What?
I'm sorry. I...
Can I just take a... Shut up! Can I just take a moment to say that your laugh is fucking retarded? it.
Damn it. So Rie wants to marry you.
Oh my god, are you going to die?
This is the MF that be ordering you around in Minecraft. Yes, Senate.
I think the connection is fucking terrible, honestly. That's it. Yeah, that I think that.
You sound like you're talking through an aquarium wall.
Well, that wouldn't be such a weird thing, honestly. The thing is, I tried every fucking method on my computer, but it doesn't work at all. I don't know why. I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
Trust me, I don't have any idea what's happening anymore. Space is warped and time is bendable.
Do you? Should I just not talk to you at all? Should I just leave?
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm worried the cartels might be after me by now.
What the fuck are you even talking about?
Sorry, I can't.
Well,
Jenny Love
it's
speaks
there,
in sepia
everyone.
filter. That's the best. That is, you literally sound. Your voice is the verbal equivalent of a sepia tone photograph.
Well, that's all.
Oh no, I need water. I need water urgently. I can hear the tamales.
Well, I guess it's nice that I made you laugh. I guess.
Well, thank you for braving the technological gap to be with us tonight.
Wait a second.
Do I sound better now?
Yes, you do. You actually sound like a human being. What the hell did you do?
Oh my god, finally! Jesus fucking Christ. But the thing is, I can now the problem is I hear you but very far away. It's no problem, I don't care. Unlike you fucking crybabies, I don't give a shit about the quality as long as I can speak. It's not a problem.
I will. Yes, now the Mexican is coming through very effectively.
I think I was using. Just so you know, I don't have an actual microphone, like a separate thing. I was trying to use my headphones, but for some mysterious reason, they don't work. So, yeah, that's that.
For some
I don't know! Jesus, leave me alone! I'm going to have. Everyone's going to laugh at me for this forever, aren't they?
Yes.
This is going to be the thing that I'm known for the rest of time.
Yes.
Fucking hell. I was going to say some very nice things about you, you know?
My friend just said to me, "Is this the guy who said I lack charisma?" Yes, it is.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
When?
You said that to my friend Prestige.
I don't even remember that. Well, let's just start
Too
from
much
the
tequila.
beginning again, please.
Okay. We have solved the technical issues.
This Discord account is a burner, dude. I don't have anyone else to test it with. I can't test.
Look, you're good now. You're good now. You had nice things to say. Concentrate
Okay.
on the nice things.
Well, hello everyone. You probably know me as Nenelov, lover of Nene and everything. The annoying shitposting autistic master of the asylum. Yeah. First of all, I just want to say that your voice is fucking retarded. And my opinion of you, Proctor, has completely changed since I heard your voice last week. Well, this week. I can never think of you again the same way. My opinion has been completely shattered forever.
It's just not the same.
Second of all,
it's just not the same after your first time
No,
with a
it's
British
not.
man.
Can you do a voice impression of some kind of very posh, very I like those like, oh yes, I don't know how to describe it. When I hear your voice, I think of that. I think of like mocking impressions of British people, and that's your voice.
Okay.
Second of all, I want to thank you for making the asylum. That's a very nice thing, and what you said last stream about how it was hard for you and stuff. I think it takes balls to do that, to say, okay, guys, I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. And for all of you, I think that's a really noble thing to do. That's a really nice thing to do. And, well, I think I have a lot of respect for you for that. I think I haven't been able to say that properly, but I wanted to say that.
Oh, thank you.
Third of all, faceless waifu, go fuck yourself. Faggot.
Oh, he left. Oh no, oh, I want to laugh more, but oh. Mm. I need a moment. I'm sorry, guys. I need a moment, please. Oh dear, I'm gonna cough. 1 second. Oh. That was, yes. Yes, oh, right. You know what, I'll let... Hello, Godzilla, how are you?
With a purposeful grimace and a terrible sound. I have to ask myself, what the hell just happened? I love you much. Much, Taco. Love you. Well, this has been a trip.
I was worried this was going to be a boring stream of just awkward people talking to me. But no, this was a very good idea.
I don't know if people are old enough in chat to remember the Hands Across America thing, but this is kind of like Hands of Autism Across the World. It's a beautiful sight. I love it. I'm here for it. I encourage it. It stays my hand of wrath So, all the power to you, my lovely Mexicans and
Don't
C's
laugh
and
too hard. The atomic breath will go off.
I was legitimately in tears for all of that. I haven't had that level of belly laugh since I can't remember when.
I'm gonna need very strong coffee after this. I can tell you that much.
Well, I can tell you that's definitely going to get clipped and posted around, and then Love's going to be like, "Fuck these guys."
This is voluntary. This is voluntary. Okay. You choose to be here. You choose to be here. This is actually my strategy.
Is it really a choice though? Is it really?
This is my strategy. You see, the thing is, I'm not afraid of embarrassing myself on stream because now I have blackmail material on so many people. It's amazing.
I don't know. I'm an introverted sociopath, so I don't care one way or the other.
Yeah, true. The technique doesn't work on you, unfortunately, but
oh, many have tried. All have failed. I outlasted like 5 bosses because of it.
What was your job?
I am a geologist.
Okay, I have legitimately never met a geologist before.
You probably have, because there's a shit ton of us in Kirsch's chat. I found out a few months ago.
Kirsch's chat is a magnet. This is the thing. If you're listening right now, I'm not sure if you are, but I have tried on at least 2 or 3 occasions now to get her to just ping her chat and ask for people to help her with various things, because I know there are terrifyingly autistic and capable people in that chat.
She won though because she's too stubborn.
Yeah, I know. It's like I would bet anything that she asked for, she would get a minimum of 5 or 6 people, of fully qualified professionals, answering immediately.
Like, I saw my pride easily. Like when I wanted to give up on the OBS VCR recording for stuff, I just went to the Pippa threads. Like, look, I can't do this anymore. Can someone spoon feed me how to do these GitHub stuff that you guys do? And Short came through for me. Like, as much as we give him shit for the reaction posts and stuff, he was like, here's my setup. It's like, oh, thank you.
Short. I don't know anybody else on the forum who has the ability to both be so exceptionally based and so unbelievably cringe at the same time. Like,
I don't know. He helped out Grandpa Godzilla, so give him a pass. Give him a pass.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I can't hate you, but at the same time, you've given me so much reason to hate you. I'm a black and white kind of person. I don't deal in intermediates.
No. You live in the British Isles. You deal with gray all the time just by stepping outside your door.
Now, if I lived in the British Isles, I'd be dealing with brown every time I stepped outside my door.
Okay, fair enough.
Fortunately, I live in Ireland, so that hasn't happened here yet.
One day the prevailing wind currents will change, and then you'll get it.
It will. I know. That's definitely the black pill of the century.
Oh, and since we're doing shout outs periodically, I have to shout out our resident animated reaction person, BioBreak. You have mad skill. Thank you.
Yeah, that guy is insane.
I also want to shout out HFF201 for consistently making me laugh and out shitposting me. Hey, he's a fellow bong, so you should go to bat for that guy too. Proctor, charge of geography? No, please no.
What? Sorry. Proctor in charge.
I'm just reading in chat. Proctor in charge of geography. It's like, you don't want to leave your Hamlet, so I wouldn't leave you in charge of geography.
No, I'm not very good at geography. Or any
Canadians don't count as bongs. Fuck you, Grant. Fuck you.
Oh, you're a Canadian. Oh dear. Oh well, I'll forgive you.
Well, that's why I made the Commonwealth snipe last time.
Oh yeah, I just don't think I quite registered it. It's still hard for me to, for some reason, think of like Canada as being part of a Commonwealth.
Well, we're the only one who peacefully left.
Yeah, true. You knew better than to try and keep you.
Well, Canada's the reason why the Geneva Convention exists. So you guys didn't want to start shit with us.
That's another thing. I'm just gonna whine a bit more. While I was talking about this history community earlier.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't mention that the Canadians were one of the worst people that I had to deal with there, because every single time you mention something about the Second World War, you get 1,000 Canadians all leaping down your throat to tell you about all the things that they did during the Second World War. And
Yeah, they're all war crimes.
yeah, I mean, these would be the most like leftist, like Trudeau-loving kind of if you let your enemies kill you, then you win kind of people. And yet every single time one of those disgustingly pacifistic people was reminded about what happened during World War II, they were like, hey, do you remember when we did this grand thing we were a major part of and we did amazing things and so on and so forth? And I'm like,
everybody talks about Vimy Ridge, but no one talks about Juno. What about that there, historian nerds? Come on.
Yeah, that's why I got out of the historian community and eventually, because I'm just like, they say that history is written by the victors. No, history is written by the politically correct. I just started
History is written by the people who have too much time on their hands.
Yeah, I just started reading stuff like books by Anton Sutton and stuff like that, and I never looked back at the mainstream narrative. I was like, this is all just such a revisionist perspective on everything.
Well, history is kind of a slap in the face ever since, let's say the Vietnam War and up, because it's on your TV 24/7.
Yeah, it's like the narrative is being formed right in front of your eyes.
And some people realize it's a narrative. Most don't, sadly, but people are slowly waking up over time, and eventually it will reach an inflection point, and then we all know what will happen then.
That'll be fun.
I look forward to it.
I hope I'm still alive for it. Which, given the amount of vocal trauma this stream is doing to me right now, may not be such a sure thing.
Well, if we don't get Kershey on, you might survive this time around, so there's that. I said might.
She told me that she had woken up by waterboarding herself.
Kinky.
Yeah, I quote, I went to take a sip of water from my bottle while I was mostly still asleep, and instead of a sip, I dumped the entire bottle over my face.
Well, she's just preparing the wet t-shirt for you.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll kill you if she doesn't show up. There, that's how it is.
Why do you hate me?
I have made it my life goal to end you.
Well, you're a Canadian, so I'm not particularly worried, honestly.
Yeah, like our government would allow me to have a gun. Oh wait. They did.
Oh. I hate my government for not allowing me to have a gun. Mind you, maybe they have a point then.
Well, the guy who literally had a Nazi in Parliament is coming for mine eventually, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, looks like Super Duper might try this again. Goody.
All right.
Hi, Ray. I love you.
Okay, I will allow the Queen to come on and justify herself. Not again. Yes, again. Yes, again.
All right, peace.
Take care. Just 1 second before I do anything else. Oh no, I hate this. I hate it when I feel like I'm about to sneeze. We're in 2 hours and 15 minutes already. I can't believe that. Time really does fly in these streams, but I'm like, yeah, the CCV has actually stayed pretty good. Apparently you people actually like this stuff. I can't believe it. Actually, before we do anything else, I just want to do a poll just to see if my theory is correct. If people could vote on the poll, I'm very curious as to what the results will show in compared to my CCV. Don't pat yourself on the back so much. I'm hate watching. What's ad block? Look, again, not doing very much to dissuade the women allegation. 30 votes. Okay, so 30 votes, and I have 22 CCV. So that means a minimum of 8 people are not being shown as being on my statistics. But 74 people are voting yes, so 34 votes. Wait, 35 votes? Mm. 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 Oh, I really hate that when I go to drink of water and I feel a lump grow in my throat. Yeah, 36 votes. So assume like yeah, that means nearly a third of people that are watching are not actually showing up on the statistics. And that's exactly consistent with last time as well. I think I did a poll there and it showed about almost exactly a third more people were watching than the actual CCV tab. 39 votes? Good grief. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you know what? I am stalling, so I will allow the great redemption. You. Here we go. Hello, Rie. How are you doing?
Hello? I can hear you now, finally.
Good. I can hear you.
Alright, so I can actually have a conversation for once instead of, like, you know how hard it is trying to talk to a person with a 10-second delay? It's impossible.
You could have just listened to me on Discord.
I was trying to. I couldn't hear anything on Discord, so I went to YouTube to try to make that work, but it didn't because 10-second delay, so I decided to give up.
Okay, all right.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's
don't
fine.
really-
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, it happens too often with me specifically. My computer sucks. It randomly shuts off every 3 or 5 days. I need to get a new one.
Yeah, I just wouldn't leave it on all the time then, honestly.
Anyway, how's the stream been? I missed the first hour and a half.
I think you were probably still here when Nene called in. That was the highlight.
Yeah. I was there for that. That was really funny. His mic was so bad, dude.
It happens. I think he probably did something and had his audio being recorded on the wrong channel or something. Also, sorry, I a sneeze coming on. If I mute suddenly, it's because I don't want to sneeze on camera. Well.
Chad, shut up. I'm not a woman. Shut up. Alright, Proctor. Tell me, what's your verdict? Am I a woman or am I not a woman?
You know what? I will admit, I have not had enough direct experience yet to make a conclusive, informed opinion.
No. Come on, back me up here.
So, I'm sorry, I will have to withhold judgment. Look, we have in the last few years we have been educated, all right, that the vast majority of the public are not experts. It's important to listen to the experts and to withhold judgment until the people who really know about these kind of things properly weigh in. So, I'm going to defer to the experts and allow them to
Where's
decide.
Sandy Cat? Where's Sandy Cat? We need him.
Why do we need him?
Because he's the resident tranny expert, right? He's the one who can tell the difference just by the voice.
Okay, well, I can ping him on the forum and have him listen to the VOD.
No, he's just gonna say that on the tranny anyway. It's gonna happen, I know it.
Whisperer. My brain is terrible. If I can look at somebody's name and remember it perfectly, but I'll remember it as a word. If somebody says the name to me, I'm like, who the hell is that? Because they're saying it to me. I'm not reading it. And so it takes a while for my brain to go, oh, that name is the same as the name that you read in your head.
I'm terrible with names. Like, you know how many times when I'm trying to teach kids jiu-jitsu, I just forget their names and they get all mad at me. It's so annoying.
You're in the chat room again pretending to be...
God, I'm so bad with names. I need to get better.
I do remember your names. It's the context. It's the context. I have autism. Please understand.
Wait, did you not know what I was talking about when I brought up Sandy Cat?
I know. Well, I know now, but it again, it took me
Dude,
a moment to connect.
Okay, you're worse than me. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Again, experts will withhold judgment.
Shut up, Grant.
So
Grant.
Do you have?
Shut up, Grant. Nope. Hello, super duper trans flag, pride flag. Don't be the freaking weird. What's that person's name again? The Rapture Queen who keeps typing. Oh my god.
I mean, you're getting a lot of support.
Support. That's a funny way of saying it.
Yeah, I think the chat is telling you to live your dreams, mate. Live your dreams. Don't be forced into the boundaries that our outdated culture has forced upon you.
My dream is to nuke California so that the world can be.
You live in California.
I don't care. California is so bad. I'd be a martyr. I would be fine with being a martyr if California goes down with me. I hate this state.
Well,
I'm sorry.
One of the very rare Californians who acknowledges how terrible California is.
Like, I just heard recently that the governor is going to start making fast food joints pay $20 an hour, which is insane. Like, that pays more than some other more important jobs. Everybody might as well become a burger flipper at this point. It's so bad. I hate the state.
Yeah, well, I mean, California is California.
Why don't I move? It's because of the people here. There's some good friends of mine and my martial arts teacher that are here. I can't move. It's not worth it. I love these people.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You meet some good people and you never want to leave them, It'd be too painful.
Mr. Miyagi.
Am I a white belt? Shut up. I'm going to be a black belt today, but I'm a brown belt right now.
I thought that was on like
that was a shit post. I was trying to make it seem like I couldn't make it to your first live stream, so that you guys would have ammunition against me for the whole Rie thing. It was all part of the bit. I'm actually getting it today.
You were just pretending, okay?
Yeah, I was giving you guys ammunition to shit.
You were just pretending to be retarded.
Yes, exactly. I like to do that sometimes. It's like when Rie starts streaming, I log off of the asylum so that people can speculate. Oh, hey, Super Duper's not here. I guess you must be streaming right now. Yes, I'm ending it. I'm ending the rumors. Sorry, breaking the immersion.
Yes, the rat king has been slain. Definitely.
Rie No, don't. Please don't slap
It's been
another
for
label. Please don't slap another badge on me, please. I don't need to be called retarded under my name.
Well, if somebody wants to pay for that.
Oh my god. I have to be careful. My family tends to randomly shout my name. If I'm not careful, I could get doxxed.
How much will it cost? Will it cost again? 20? No, I'm going to be greedy. 40. Because he already has 2 badges, so I have to.
I have 3 badges.
3 badges. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I can't just.
Does anybody in this entire site have as many badges as I do?
Brunton's nose grew 3 sizes that day.
Oh my. A Nietzsche liver. No, don't put that evil on me. I'm not a Nietzsche liver. Wait, I'm not a liver at all. Excuse me?
I'll do 500 change his whole name. I'm terrified. I'm legitimately terrified to say yes to that because the thing is, I would say yes thinking that it's a joke and then somebody would actually do it.
You have to think of the website and its future, okay? Do whatever you can to make money so that you can keep this website alive. Even if it means letting other users spend money to troll people. Let that be a meta. A necessary evil for running the site.
I need to.
Are you gonna put an announcement banner up?
One second. I need to. I need to run this past my personal business ethics committee.
Oh, I didn't know you had one. Oh. I hope Nolan's not listening to this. I don't want him to hear my stupid voice.
Oh. Oh dear, sorry, I need another drink of water. I'm nearly at 2/3 of the way through this 3-liter bottle. Oh, something went wrong with that. That was very strange. Maybe it's because I'm in streamer mode.
I don't really have much to talk about personally right now. What's been going on lately? I've been kind of behind on everything lately in the VTuber sphere.
Yeah. Oh. Time is it? Nearly. Good grief, 2.5 hours. Oh.
Does 2.5 hours mean something to you? I have no idea what that means.
That's how long I've been live streaming for.
Oh, I thought you were talking in like weird British time code speak or something.
Weird British time code speak. Okay. Just do it. No, I'm not a monster. Okay, I'm not that. I'm not that Middle Eastern. All right.
Bring Nolan back.
No.
Please.
No.
Come on.
No.
Give him a second chance. He deserves it.
Not for any amount of money. I don't care if you gave me $1 million. I am not bringing Nolan back ever. Not just for my sake, not just for the forum's sake, for his sake.
Yes, Nana love, I miss my husband, please. Oh
Who was the
my
one who
god.
tracked all the autism tests? I don't know. I don't recall. Somebody
I
has
scored
those
pretty
autism.
low on. I tried taking one of those autism tests. I scored really low.
Poor eye,
How
apparently.
accurate. Oh yeah, please. Like and subscribe to Rie's streams, please.
You started out as a Rie anti.
Hold on. Yeah, look, I had to. I had no choice, okay? She was going down a bad path. I had to steer her in the other direction. Like, you wouldn't... Oh yeah, in 3 hours, in 3 hours, Rie is going to be live. Exactly 3 hours.
Okay.
So, be there.
Oh.
Be there and support. Be there and support.
Course correction by negging.
Yeah, look, here, a streamer isn't going to listen to your negging unless you force them to. So you have to be an anti that they can't look away from.
I genuinely want to ask Rie if she even knows you exist.
She does. She's mentioned me in a live stream, in a member stream once, and the user Restless Rain also super chatted her saying my name, and she very awkwardly changed the subject, which I really hate that guy for doing because I don't like it. It's very containment breaky.
But it was funny, so we'll forgive him.
It was. I hate to admit it was funny, but like, it's not cool, man. Like, I'm doing this for my own reasons, but I didn't want it to be like thrown in the streamer's face. It's really bad.
Yeah, I suppose.
Also, I'm banned from all of Phase Connect, so of course they know. I'm essentially Henry, and or slash. Who else was universally banned from Phase Connect? Was it just Henry and me?
Oh.
Oh, so the ante draws the line at containment breaking? Yes, that's where I draw the line. I've consistently tried to draw the line there, except for the, few times I've screwed up, probably.
Well,
Look, I'm not perfect, okay? I make mistakes. I wish I was perfect, but I'm not.
Autism test results. Let me, I open this in
Whose
browser.
autism results are this?
One second, let me just transfer this, because I've had let me just put this on my other thing that I have for streaming.
My entire life is a mistake? I think I've done pretty good things in my life that you know about, but this whole super duper arc is pretty
Probably
interesting.
get rid of that. That's nope.
Yes, it wasn't a troll specifically. It had a purpose, Nenilove. It was to get Rie to listen to important criticisms. But that's mostly all done now.
Yeah, that was your mistake, assuming you could get a woman to listen to important criticisms.
She did. She even directly addressed a lot of the things that I mentioned once in I don't remember if it was a tweet or if it was live, but
Who the hell is To Kodachi?
that Takodachi's alt?
Yeah, it's Takadachi. I haven't seen Takadachi around here. I don't think he's even been in the. Has he been in the in this chat before?
He's been posting in the Asylum.
Yeah, I know. I meant in the Discord or in the chat. Is he even in this Discord?
Maybe he's using an alt.
Oh, I don't know why.
Wait, is that the one I posted?
No, I think that is Mr. Moderators.
Oh.
See,
Let me find mine. I did one.
This is why I gave you the Janny brush. In fact, that's a good point. It should be mandatory for a potential moderator or Janny to to honestly complete an autism test before being hired.
Honestly, and maybe you'd get less retarded Jan. Well, actually, what's the connection between autism and retardation?
Pretty high. Autism is very rarely the only thing that's wrong with you.
Hopefully, that's what you'd hope for, right?
Yeah, I'm extremely fortunate. My only real problem is that I have autism and ADHD, nothing else beside it.
You have autism?
Dude.
My only problem is that I have ADHD. Otherwise, I'm pretty normal, except for I have. Well, besides the whole, online. If you don't know me online, then you probably think I'm a normal person.
You're normal. You've got the Californian debuff.
True. California corrupts all, even good eggs.
Okay, so so Takadachi is here, right?
I don't really have much else to talk about. If you want to kick me out, that's fine.
Okay, I am probably going to be going in within about 10 minutes as well, because I've just noticed that my stomach has started to rumble quite furiously, which shows that
Oh no.
my appetite is finally back after 3 days of barely being able to gag down a slice of toast every day.
Oh, you're hungry, I see. Just eat on stream and leave the stream empty like, Twitch streamers. Just do a Twitch stream or pull an XQC. Leave the stream and eat while viewers watch a video that's playing.
I'm not that much of a degenerate yet.
I think the degenerate's the wrong term. It's more like inbred.
Yeah, that could work as well. Fair.
Degenerates are like, perverts and whatnot. Inbred retard, anything else like that. That's more along the lines of XQC.
Right.
Anyway,
I will.
Good actually having an opportunity to talk to you instead of, that embarrassing whatever happened last time where I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, technical issues happen. It's not necessarily your fault.
Well, about that, I may have realized that I had the tab muted because I hate Discord notifications.
Yeah. Well, wait, you had the tab muted. I just have the thing physically on Discord off.
I think that might have been why I couldn't hear anything. So yeah, it was my fault actually.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna leave call.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you. No longer the most scuffed caller, at least. And let me just I've got my autism has now been no, there we go. Tenma. What's Tenma? I swear, if Tenma aggression is not 5. Okay, that's that column. Tenma 3. That's a lie. This test does not work. Tenma's aggression level is 3. That woman has an aggression level of 27 at least. Thanks for saving the best autist for last, Proctor. Yeah, I am shocked at how well this stream has gone. I was completely convinced it would be pretty boring and uninteresting, but no, there have been some events. Like this, again, this is another reason why I like having a diverse community, because if you just get Americans calling in all the time or Europeans, it's not interesting. But yeah, with this spread of individuals, you can get some really interesting stuff happening and really threaten the integrity of my throat muscles. Oh dear, I'm definitely going to need cough medicine after this. Ah. Where was I on this? Like in the middle of the pack, the Proctor, yes. 2.5, 1.5. Social difficulty. I'm surprised I scored that high in social difficulty. Abnormal posture. Or eye contact. I have absolutely no idea why anyone would want to maintain eye contact with somebody when they're talking. Where did this list come from? Right near the start of the forum, a whole bunch of people just randomly started to just post autism test results, and eventually I did mine as well, and it was just one of those spontaneous kinds of things. Also, rip IO Tempest. What happened to IO Tempest? But yeah, poor eye contact. Whenever I talk to somebody, I'm going to be... The thing is, I have very much... I'm sitting here in my chair right now, and I'm vibrating slightly. And I'm absolutely astonished that my chair has not made far more noise than it has, so... But I'm a very physically active person. My mental energy immediately translates to physical energy. I have a great deal of trouble with exercise, because if I'm exercising, then I'm not using my mind, so I'm bored, and so I do very little exercise. I found the best way for me to do exercise is to listen to some extremely complicated philosophical podcast while I'm exercising. So, and doing that, I get vast vibrate. No, please. No, please. I can't take that much stress. No. I'm not ready. I'm definitely not ready. No. Sorry. Look, one of the things I'm a Christian. I follow God's commandment to be humble as much as I can, and in my humility, I must admit there are some tasks that are beyond me. There are some things that I am simply not, equipped for. Maybe potentially in the future with sufficient training and practice, and yeah, but yeah, not right now. Like this is a quest that is considerably above my current level cap. Shut up, Limkin. Shut up. You are a Christian for sure. I can. This isn't power leveling, but I can assure you that my duck is perfectly well formed and not in any way bent. Its feathers are nice and vibrant. Its coloration and mating plumage are perfectly acceptable every spring and summertime. That is all that I will say on the matter. Stop spamming heart emojis. Stop. Are you joining Niji-san? No. uh, no, I'm definitely not joining Niji. Definitely not HoloLive either. Proctor Proctorian. Stop it! Stop it! Shut! I got it. People are just a real pain. I'm gonna look away from chat for a few seconds. I can't deal with this. FF6 Kefka. No, I've never played Final Fantasy, so I have no understanding of this. Not as painful as the realization that you will never be girthy enough. Look, that's where technology comes in, okay? Like we have made significant societal advancements, and I'm not ashamed to sometimes take advantage of them. Oh dear. Oh dear. On a more serious note, Jambalaya, I have not seen you in the Discord waiting room. So I want to hear your dulcet tones at some point on my a grand experiment. Yeah, we have 27 CCV. I apologize for I do apologize for number fagging again, but I'm very curious. I'm very curious as to what the real numbers are right now. Get a good avatar. I might have something at some point. Proctor just wants all the users to dox themselves. Look, if I'm going down, I'm taking you all with me. 29 votes instantly. Yep, seems to be fairly consistent. Oh, now it's stopped. Now it's jumped up to 28 concurrent viewers. And saying no is lame. Proctor's PNG is taking longer than my model. Look, I don't actually consider myself a VTuber yet. This is not yet transitioned from being just a random podcast style thing about my weird forum to actually being something that is like Proctor's hour of happiness and wonderment and joy for all attending. Already talking about transition. Shut up. This is ET. I am not going to transition. Definitely not anytime soon. That's far too expensive. 34 votes. Yeah, I'm astonished at how many people have been willing to watch me for nearly 3 whole hours. Just generate a PNG with AI in the meantime. AI is one of the 10,000 things I keep swearing to myself I definitely will get into at some point. And it's just getting the autism juices properly focused for long enough. Our model should be sitting on a fox hair stuffed pillows. That's actually a good idea. I'm going to save that. Don't get too into it like Pippa. Oh no, we are not You boys are starting to disappoint me. You don't want to disappoint me. You would be very, very, very unhappy. But okay, end votes. No, we are not doing reverse psychology. We are not doing reverse psychology. Yeah, I'm astonished that people are willing to listen to me talk like this. Is the tab safe for now? You'll have to watch the VOD at some point. But yeah, my stomach is continuing to rumble, so I will not ignore it any longer. And I definitely need time to eat, and I'm not going to wear out my throat any longer. But once again, I am genuinely extremely grateful that you are all willing to tolerate my existence. That you are here to listen to my insane ramblings. Ask again, you doing more call-ins in the weekend? Yeah, honestly, it seems to be a pretty decent content farm. If people are willing to embarrass themselves talking, I have no problem with that. I think generally the kind of schedule that we seem to be going for is that I just ramble about stuff on the forum for an hour or so, and then I let people talk to me for a bit. And that seems to work perfectly fine, so we're good. Definitely not doing anything tomorrow, and for Saturday or Sunday, I will definitely be streaming earlier than this because it's Kirshi later on, and I am not going to overlap with Kirshi. Yeah, I know that most people who watch me also watch her. I am not going to force people to choose between us. And with that said, I think I'm going to call things a night here. I will allow everybody to get back to whatever it was they were doing. That for some reason, although I doubt it was anything very productive, considering they felt that they had 3 hours of their time to waste looking at me. Maybe at some point in the future, I will actually bother getting myself a real model. Don't worry, there will be. I don't think we glowed anywhere near as hard as the first time, Saint White. So I'll call in next time and make the embarrassment complete. Yeah, sure. FNYTs, I'd be more than happy. It's 5 a.m. I can't sleep. Thanks, Proctor. Nah, I won't. I won't do more ASMR for you. You were nice on the call, so I'm not gonna torture your ears. I promise to show my true racist power next time. Well, we'll see. So long as it doesn't get me banned from YouTube. I mean, honestly, if I got banned from YouTube, I would go to somewhere like Rumble or so on and see what their streaming options were like. The only reason I'm using YouTube is because I know a lot of people use it. I don't really care where I stream, just so long as I have at least some vague semblance of freedom of speech. Like, I'm not a person who... you can tell, I don't swear. I try my best not to swear. I like to keep my speech relatively clean and so on, and I think that that is something that society should encourage. But at the same time, I hate being told what I can and can't say. If I decide not to say something, it should be because of my own moral scruples, not because some great authority figure that controls my existence online goes, you can't say this because we've decided you can't say it. Now, that's not how I work. A while ago, so yeah, even if people were banned me from like Twitch or YouTube or whatever, if I wanted to stream, I'd go to Rumble or anywhere else that would host me. I don't care. And I think the kind of audience that I'd cultivate would be dedicated enough to follow me anyway. You can't even call this a woman moment. Shut up, Thrang. Remember, you're supposed to be responsible for fixing me. Swearing is just buying time while you were thinking on the rest of the sentence. You know what? I agree with that. I think that you can measure the decline of people's ability and intelligence because of the amount of swearing they do, because swearing is literally just the equivalent of what used to be. Do not bring that evil upon the world. I kind of like the jonging stuff. So maybe I'll give it a glance sometime. Thought ridicule with the resident fixed it. No, he has his hands full with Pippa. Like, don't distract the master while he's at work. His skills are in high demand. But yes, I will end the stream now because I can't think of any other way to do it. So thank you everyone for coming here. Thank you for tolerating me and everything. And if you jong stream, I unsubscribe. Well, now I know what to do. Yeah, good night, people. Thank you for spamming heart emojis at me and everything. And I will see you all on Saturday or Sunday. Good night, my beautiful friends.